different uniform, and Coach Johnson talked about it. He thinks you already, knows you already, but it's pretty tough to go against your pitchers to go against your players.
Yeah, I think after this amount of time, it can be challenging. That's where our mindset really comes into key, where if we just focus on every day, I know we'll be ready come opening day. But we have the opportunity to catch the best pitchers, to hit off the best pitchers. So I just look at it as a chance to get better every day.
Are there many noticeable differences between working with Coach Wes Johnson and now working with Yeski?
I think they're both two wonderful people that love the game and really appreciate their players. I think Coach Yeski is a little bit less analytical driven, but he has a good blend of the old school ways of pitching, the new school, and his big spiel is about execution, knowing your job, going in there, performing, and get your chance.
What have you seen from the pitching staff so far?
A lot of depth, and everybody's been healthy thus far, which is big. I mean, we lost 5 dudes last year to Tommy John, so I'm just glad everybody's healthy, everybody's feeling well. The talent's there, and now we just go out and have fun.
What makes a guy like Thatcher so dynamic?
Just the stuff is so plus. I remember catching him, I think it was last spring was the first time I ever caught him. I remember getting back there and I was just like, what the hell is this? A genuine, I couldn't even catch the ball. Now, was that my fault partially? Sure, but the stuff is really that good. And he's just continued to grow as a player and as a person. And the poise has gotten better, the confidence is there. I'm really excited to watch him work this year.
Was it more of speed or was it movement?
The breaker's just so sharp. It's wild.
What have you seen from Michael Braswell there taking over shortstop?
Well, we've gotten the opportunity to see him over his years at South Carolina. I think as a hitter, he's really improved. His swing's gotten better. I think with our philosophy with offense, he's started to really mesh and become a complete hitter. He can control counts. He's very comfortable with 2 strikes. Our staff all the time talks about how tough of an out he is, of all people. He really makes it tough for them. The defense is really consistent. It's solid, but he's a good player. I'm excited to watch him as well.
Jake Brown's just a freshman. Looks like there's a chance that he starts the year. What are you sort of seeing from him?
Very mature in the way he handles himself. Much like most of me and Al's class when we got here, I think he handles himself very well. And just goes about things the right way. He's an uber talented, crazy athlete. It kind of snuck up on me. I didn't think he was able to run that fast, jump that high. Kind of caught me off guard because I had heard more about him as a pitcher than as a hitter. But I think he really turned things around. He looks good.
What have you most benefited from so far, hitting, whatever, coming back for this extra year? So
It's just more reps because at one point I think it had been 2 years nearly without consistent play, just due to injuries and unfortunate circumstance. But just getting at bats every day. Last fall was the last fall where I didn't miss a single practice, other than due to illness. But that's the first time in my career that's happened. So just being able to be out there, have fun every day, continue to learn the game, and just have experiences with the team.
As an older guy, you're a grad student, right?
Yeah. Thanks for reminding me.
What's it been like working with some of these freshmen and these 18-year-olds? About kind of an odd adjustment, or
Well,
has it been fun?
I've said it before, but I think it's me getting used to young kids. Some of them were born in 2005, so that's a little bit outside of my realm. But it's been fun. I think our job is to mentor them, help them adjust, help them learn the way that we do things. And I think us as the older group, we've done a good job of that, and they've done a good job of acclimating. The whole class has done a really good job of acclimating to college baseball.
Other things you've learned from them, whether it's on the field or off the field?
New terminology and stuff like that. Yeah, I mean, that's where they help me out.
Do you have an example of terminology?
I can go into depth, but it's just a different generation. I feel like everything because we were COVID in college, they were COVID in high school, so I can't imagine I'm going to deal with that.
Jay talked a little bit about the conversations he had with you coming back and everything, and mentioned it was your time. Can you let us in on those type of conversations and what that was like, and what kind of maybe pushed you to want to make the decision to come back? Obviously, reps were a big part of it.
Yeah, reps were a big part of it, but I think over the course of the years, I've just come to love the program. and what the program means to me. So I think I was just thankful to be asked back. I thought it was a better opportunity for me to continue getting reps, like you said, to play with Alex again for one last year, to wear the purple and gold again. So, like I said, I'm just thankful that I was even asked the opportunity. And in terms of my chance or my time or whatever, I'm confident enough to where like I felt like it was always that way. But now I just have the opportunity where it's going to be an everyday thing.
Is there a hope that the podcast with Alex takes off post playing?
It's done pretty well thus far. So I love doing it with him. Ashley, Kirby, Dawson, Sierra, they all do such a good job. And they help us out a lot. We really don't have to do a lot. We just run our mouths.
Shut up.
Yeah, that's all I do.
What
Any-
about Dre? Why is that your workout song?
I don't know. It's the beat of it. I was on the fence of like I wanted to use Black Betty. Thought that would be a good one. But I wounded up using that. Just, if it worked, I might change it.
Any
You had
pit-
that last, yeah, you had it last year, right?
Yeah.
Any pictures that maybe we don't, put in the headlines that looked good so far?
I think a lot of them. Off the top of my head, Cade Anderson, Fidel Ulloa, Cam Johnson, obviously. But there's, I think, just top to bottom, we haven't had this opportunity since I've been here. When I got here, I don't think we had a single lefty on our staff, maybe one. And then we had 3 the next year, and now we have 9, 10. So that's a big adjustment. It makes us more versatile all the way around.
How does that help you guys?
Pitching
How
win-
important is that?
Yeah, pitching wins games, especially in this conference. The more pitching you have, the more options you have, the more you can game plan for a specific team and use your strengths to your benefit.
And then with a guy like Gage coming back from Tommy John, maybe to get his confidence back if he lost it, is that something that you can do to help him as a catcher?
Yeah, I think that's our job mainly. Knowing our pitchers, knowing how to manage the game. I don't think there's an issue with Gage when it comes to confidence. I live with him, so I get to hear a lot of it. But I don't think people are ready for how special he is on the mound. It's a really unique arsenal. He's very patient and relaxed, and I'm excited to see a lot of our guys.
Good roommate.
Yeah, he's all right.
You got to work with Steve Schwartz over the offseason as a Tommy's hitting coach.
Yeah.
So what was it like sort of working with him and working with Tommy?
Well, I always like to, in terms of hitting, everyone has a different perspective. So being able to form your own opinion about hitting, I think, is super important. And what works for you, what doesn't. He's been hitting with Steve since he was a young kid. So just being able to pick his mind, learn what makes Tommy good, what makes generally really other hitters very good. It was just fun to do. He's fun to be around, and obviously, who doesn't want to swing the bat like Tommy White?
A couple more, or anything else?
Do you think you're having any extra benefits offensively, given that looks like you're going to be at least the starting DH to start the season? So do you feel a little bit fresher at the plate because of that?
In what sense? Like currently?
Yeah, because maybe you're not catching quite as much because again you have Brady and you have Alex and you maybe Ethan and Jared.
Yeah, I think it'll help down the stretch in terms of freshness. If you look at hitters statistically, the more they catch, obviously the numbers follow.
Yeah.
You see that in the big leagues quite often just because it's such a taxing thing on your body. But I was able to catch all fall, no issue. Got a lot of work in, and I look forward to doing the same before we lead up to the season.
Thanks, Abe.
Thanks,
Thank you.